there was a young man who was sick. But he wasn't just the regular kind of sick, the kind where you eat chicken soup and rest in bed for a week. He was the kind of sick where you start becoming grateful for every single day, because there's a high likelihood it could be your last day with that person. This young man was my older brother 11 months ago, and I could not believe what was happening. For the last 3 weeks, we've been hoping and praying that he would get better, but on the night of April 8th, 2024, my family was forced to face the gravity of the situation. This was undoubtedly the scariest night of my life. As my dad took him to the ER, I couldn't shake the overwhelming wave of helplessness that washed over me. I was frozen with fear and worry, like the ground was giving out beneath my entire world. My best friend, my first bully and first protector, the boy that I had grown up with my entire life, was dying. But the worst part is there was nothing I could do. It was at that moment something deep in my soul was awakened. I knew that I was never going to be a helpless bystander again. I felt drawn to the art of healing since a young age. Whether it was taking care of my sick family members or creating a whole new system for how we manage first aid at my school, I find fulfillment and joy in turning around bad situations and bringing peace and comfort to those who are hurting. For years, I've worked to care for those around me, but I felt like something was still missing. I longed to know how I was going to make a difference in the world on a larger scale. How was I going to take my passion and talents and create something bigger than myself, a legacy? I knew I needed to be intentional about my growth if I wanted to turn my passion into something bigger. This year, I've done this by focusing on developing my leadership skills, earning key credentials, gaining hands-on experience through apprenticeships, and building a strong network of medical professionals. One of the most impactful leadership experiences has been guiding and discovering our youngest CEO. Balancing leadership with stepping back, I spent over 300 hours learning how to empower even the youngest heroes. Though demanding, this has been one of the most important roles in accelerating my personal and professional growth. I've also invested over 150 hours in medical studies, earning key credentials in advanced first aid, CPR, anatomy and physiology, and paramedicine. These have strengthened my technical skills and confidence in the field. Through hands-on apprenticeships, I spent nearly 250 hours learning from skilled providers at 2 local clinics. Observing high-performing medical teams has shown me the importance of strong leadership, clear communication, and well-structured systems in improving both efficiency and patient outcomes. Under their guidance, I have gained proficiency in various skills, such as assessing vitals after check-in, preparing injections, vaccines, and IVs, as well as helping with outpatient procedures like wound care, minor surgical operations, and preparing and processing blood and other specimens for lab testing. I've also gained insight into suturing and wound closure, and I've only passed out twice during the more intense procedures. To further shape my next steps, I've built connections with dozens of medical professionals, learning from their experiences and advice. I've conducted 10 interviews so far with specialists across the field, gaining insight into not just the education and skills required, but also the role of leadership, culture, and teamwork in their careers. I plan to continue this process with at least 5 more interviews this year. Now, I'd like to highlight 2 powerful mentors who have helped shape my next great adventure. Nurse Lori Wisdom, my apprenticeship mentor, and Dr. Nicole Davis, the ER physician who treated my brother that dark, scary night. Through our conversations, my eyes have been opened to the unique challenges that healthcare professionals are facing right now. The pressure continues to mount as the demand for care increases and resources are beginning to stretch thin. There's a critical shortage of professionals, high burnout rates, and increasing levels of stress for those on the front lines. These challenges are compounded by long shifts, unpredictable cases, and a rapidly changing medical landscape. Many of the professionals I've talked to share that they feel frustrated, burnt out, discouraged, and overwhelmed at the current state of healthcare in America. But what if the future of healthcare didn't have to look like this? What if we could change the course of burnout, discouragement, and stress through better leadership, communication, resilience, and teamwork? What if we could create a culture in medicine that emphasizes collaboration, fosters continuous learning, and supports healthcare workers as they face these challenges? As I step into the world of medicine, I know I'll face many of the same obstacles, but I see this as more than just a problem. It's an opportunity to make a real difference. I believe that a key part of tackling it is strengthening leadership and teamwork in medical environments. By applying the leadership principles I've been learning, I can help build strong teams, improve communication, foster resilience, and create a culture where people feel empowered and supported. I'm ready to rise to the occasion and be part of this solution. But for this vision to become a reality, I need to equip myself with the right skills and experiences. I need to build on my foundation in medical knowledge, emergency response, and leadership. This requires a combination of college education, advanced hands-on training, and even more leadership experience. Additionally, I need to prepare myself to stay resilient and focused under stress, while also learning how to lead teams that deliver high-quality patient care in crisis. To become the leader I aspire to be, I'm focusing on 4 areas: education, leadership, service, and medical training. This May, I'll begin earning my associate's degree in applied health to strengthen my medical foundation and prepare for future challenges. I'll also continue guiding as a full-time discovery guide next year, gaining critical leadership and team-building experience that will serve me well in my career. I'm preparing to serve an 18-month full-time mission, dedicating myself to teaching and supporting people from all walks of life and deepening my ability to connect with others. And to gain advanced hands-on experience, I plan to earn an advanced medical certification and to participate in the National Outdoor Leadership School's Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Semester in the spring of 2027. I'm taking steps on my own to independently fund my mission in college, but another critical step in my journey, one that will propel me forward greatly, is this advanced medical training. The Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Semester is a 75-day intensive program that will challenge me physically, mentally, and emotionally. This is far beyond a standard EMT course. It's a real-world trial by fire that will teach me to think critically under pressure, adapt to unpredictable challenges, and lead out in high-stakes situations. The skills and experience I'll gain are crucial for a future in emergency medicine, and the opportunity to receive this training at such an early stage will not only advance me on my personal next great adventure, but lay the groundwork for my mission to inspire a culture of resilience and stronger leadership in emergency medicine. At Acton, I've learned that true growth comes from seeking out challenges that push me outside of my comfort zone. Jocko Willing, a retired Navy SEAL and leadership consultant, advises to make your training as difficult and uncomfortable as possible, so that you will not only be prepared, but you will be certain. This is exactly what this course will help me do. It will instill in me the skills, resilience, and confidence to lead that will enable me to accomplish my mission. The lessons I learned will stay with me because I will have earned them through immersive experiences that challenge me to step beyond my comfort zone and unlock my full potential. So to the NGA board, I am asking for funding to cover the tuition and part of the equipment costs for the Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Semester, a total of $26,500, which I will complete in spring of 2027. This program is a vital part of my next great adventure, and it's where I need the most support, as all my funds are currently dedicated to college and my mission. With your help, I'll gain not just a credential, but the training to become a leader in emergency medicine, capable of guiding teams, making critical decisions under pressure, and setting a new standard for excellence. This isn't just an investment in my education, it's an investment in the future of medical leadership, preparing me to shape a stronger, more resilient field of emergency medicine. And to the audience, I know that growth doesn't happen in isolation. To become the best, I need to learn from the best. I'm seeking out opportunities to connect with healthcare professionals who excel in their field. Doctors, nurses, emergency responders, and specialists. I want to learn from their experiences and the wisdom that they've gained throughout their careers. If you are one of these professionals, or if you know someone who is, please help me expand my network. Every conversation, every insight, and every connection I make will shape me into the leader I aim to be. Your support in introducing me to these mentors will help me continue learning and preparing to make a lasting impact in emergency medicine. In return, I promise to make the most of every connection, experience, and lesson that I gain. I will actively seek out the best mentors and professionals and be sure to honor the time and dollars that they are sharing with me. I promise to follow through on my commitments, including guiding college, my mission, and the Wilderness Medicine and Rescue Semester. I will maximize my growth by fully embracing every opportunity I create and am given. My goal is not just to fulfill these obligations, but to become the best version of myself through them. And in closing, I would like to share a lesson from one of my mentors, Dr. Nicole. She advised me to anchor my identity in who I am, not just what I do. From that counsel, I've refined my personal mission, values, and purpose. My mission is to bring healing and comfort to the world, and through faithful service in every facet of my life. So that is my final promise, to not let the things I do become more important than who I am becoming. A year ago, I stood helpless as I watched my brother's life slowly slip away, unable to do anything but pray that someone would save him. I will never feel that way again. I have fought to grow, to lead, and to prepare myself for the moments when someone else feels that same fear and desperation. Just like the doctors and nurses who stepped in when my family needed them most, I will step in for the weak, the scared, and the helpless. This is my next great adventure, and I am ready. Thank you.